everyone. This is David Stark from WatcherPass.com, and today I'm going to talk to you about The Boss Baby Family Business, which is releasing July 2nd, 2021 in theaters and on Peacock. So in our new streaming world, it's coming to Peacock as well as on theaters. So you can check it out in theaters, or if you want to stay home and stay in your air conditioning, beat the heat, see it in Peacock. Either way, you're going to be out of the sun. It's summer, it's hot, so get inside, stay cool. This film is the sequel to The Boss Baby, which came out in like 2016. It was kind of a fun surprise hit from DreamWorks. You had Alec Baldwin play this baby who, he's a baby sometimes, but surprise, he also wears this cute suit and is a mastermind and is like a business entrepreneur, and he kind of like is running this family. He has a mission from a secret baby corporation called Baby Corp. And so he kind of tries to whip this family in line, and throughout this experience, he discovers that he actually likes being this family and wants to be a baby. And that is that was The Boss Baby, the original Boss Baby, which had a lot going for it. It had a really fun animation. It had some really good characters. Alec Baldwin was fun as this baby because you've got this. It's kind of like Stewie. You've got this baby who kind of has this adult voice and these adult notions, but then also is still a baby at times. So The Boss Baby Family Business, and fair warning, there will be some spoilers in this review. I'm going to talk about plot elements and things like that. I don't think I'll have a ton of spoilers, but there might be. So just be warned, if you don't want spoilers, check out the review on WatcherPass.com. It's spoiler free. It's more generic on my written reviews. Or then watch the film and come back and watch this review. Or if you don't care about spoilers, go ahead and keep watching. Thank you. But in The Boss Baby Family Business, the kids are all grown up. Tim, who was the older brother, is now a father himself. He's a stay-at-home dad. He's taking care of his daughter, who's 7 years old, and his wife is the breadwinner in the family. And it was fun to see, because as a kid, he was always super imaginative. His parents were very imaginative. They had these really fun games. And so as an adult in this film, he's also quite imaginative. He's energetic, he's outgoing. And one of the really fun aspects of this film is when you get to see some of the imaginary things that they come up with. It has this kind of more abstract art style that they go into, and it's a little bit more pronounced. And so that was fun to see back in The Boss Baby Family Business. But then you also have Ted, who is now a grown-up mega corporation owner, as you would expect from the Alec Baldwin baby. He's now a CEO of his company, super rich, but still comes back to the Templetons occasionally, sends lavish gifts, still cares about Tim's daughter, but you don't see him as much because now he's running a company. He's got a private helicopter, etc., etc. In The Boss Baby Family Business, their new daughter, Tina, she reveals herself as one of the operatives, babies from Baby Corp. I don't know what you call them, but she is sent from Baby Corp on her own mission. And she has to infiltrate this school that the Templeton's older daughter is going to, because there's some secret plot that is happening. So, surprise, the babies are back. And, it was kind of fun. It's fun to see these babies in suits. I really, it gets that aspect right. Like, what's cuter than seeing kids in like adult clothes but miniature? And so you've got this baby who is speaking about the secret plan, but then she's also calling her father daddy, which is always kind of cute. It's like they merge this baby world with an adult world very well, and that's something that these films do very well. But so what has to happen now is, in order to stop this evil school and figure out the plan, she transforms both Tim and Ted back to their younger selves so they can go to the school and infiltrate it. Why she can't go herself, I don't know. Maybe she's too busy. Maybe she would be noticed. That's probably why, because she would be noticed if she disappeared for a few days. But Tim and Ted can go on a business trip and and then transform into kids and infiltrate. So they have to infiltrate this super school, which is run by, surprise, Jeff Goldblum. He's always fun. Everyone loves Jeff Goldblum. So, or Goldblum. I'll go Goldblum. And so they infiltrate the school. They try to find out the evil plan, and do they succeed? What's the plan? You'll just have to watch to find out. So I'm going to go into 3 things I liked about this film and 3 things I didn't like about this film. Well, didn't love about this film. The film was fine, but the 3 things I didn't love about this film. The first is the cast is back, and namely Alec Baldwin. I really liked him as the boss baby in the first movie. I like him as the boss baby in this movie. It's always fun to see this little kid with this deep Alec Baldwin voice and these very serious but funny requests and statements. He does a great character, and I'm glad that he's back in this film. It's fun to see him back, and the other cast is back. Although for Tim, they had James Marsden come in, who was a different voice. But I guess in this one, the Boss Baby's always had kind of an adult voice. In the Boss Baby family business, Tim's grown up. He has an adult voice. In the first movie, he had a kid's voice. So I guess that makes sense, right? Like he would have a different voice, and then when he shrinks down, he keeps that voice. So the second thing I liked is the animation. It's really imaginative. It's very beautiful. It's very bright. It's a very good DreamWorks animated film. You've got this kind of these exaggerated characters. You've got this very techno crazy school. Like the school itself is very technologically advanced. It's very fun to see. It has a lot of bright colors, a lot of really cool effects, and a lot of like over the top teaching aspects that are really imaginative. And the film is just a visual treat. So if you like animated films, you will like the animation in this movie. And the last thing I liked, the film itself is a little bit long, but the ending is a very sweet, enjoyable ending. I really liked the last about 5 minutes of the movie. And you have this very crazy plot, and then the end kind of brings it back home, as a lot of good kids movies do. They bring it back home. They have a sweet, family friendly, family loving end that brings everyone together, brings everything together, ties up some of the loose ends. So if you watch this movie, at least you'll leave happy, because the film does end in a very nice way. 3 things I didn't really love about the movie. The first is the plot is kind of convoluted. I kind of touched on some of this at the start. They have to send the boss, Tim and Ted, back as kids to go to the school, to infiltrate the school, and it's just a lot going on. It feels like there were a lot of mechanisms that they had to do to get these kids back into the school and kind of reset the plot to kind of evoke the first film. And so, it just felt like there was a little bit too much going on throughout. It's not like it was tough to follow. It just felt like there was too much unnecessary stuff to follow for this movie, especially for a kids movie. Although, to be fair, my kids liked it. So, maybe I'm just getting old and having tough following things, or having trouble following things. The second thing was, and this is kind of a mixed bag, because I did like that they brought Alec Baldwin back. It's fun to see his baby, his baby self, his baby persona. But I didn't love that they held on to that. Part of it goes back to the first comment I had. They come up with this crazy technology that Baby Corp has to transform them back into kids. And then, they reset those characters back into this sequel, and they brought them back into their, kids' life and whatnot. And I didn't love that. I wanted something to evolve. I would have rather had, some other kids come in and, be the stars in this film, and not have to go back to that original wall, because then it makes me wonder, in the next movie, where they're going to have another time traveling aspect. Are they going to transform now Grandpa Ted back into a baby for that? It just felt like they were holding on to a crutch that they didn't need to, because the film itself the world is pretty imaginative. You've got this Baby Corp. Let some new babies come in. Let some other, super business savvy babies come in, and let Tim and Ted be the ones kind of overseeing it or helping out where they can. But, I guess maybe if they did that, then you wouldn't have the cute Alec Baldwin baby. So maybe it's a wash. Maybe it's good to have him back. And the last thing is, the film felt very long. I think it's about an hour, 40 minutes. It felt like a long film. Part of that is because the plot is so kind of convoluted, and things happen in a very kind of roundabout way to get there. And so it made the movie feel like a long movie. And I think kids movies tend to be a little shorter. They tend to be a little easier to follow. And so it felt like this film just was a little bit unnecessarily complicated, partly because the plot was so difficult, partly because they had to shoehorn this boss baby aspect back in. But that being said, my kids liked it. So, if they're the judges, if you're just going off of them, they liked the movie. They thought there were a few scary aspects, but overall, they liked the movie. They enjoyed seeing it. They thought it was silly. So if you have kids and you want to beat the heat, check it out in theaters. You could check it out on Peacock. The written review has this as a rental, which means you don't have to go in theaters. There are some aspects that weren't great, so you can wait for it to be a rental, or you can watch it on some sort of streaming service. If you have Peacock, it's perfect. Just stay home, watch it, or But that being said, if you do see it in theaters, the film is a bright, colorful, enjoyable movie. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Get out of the heat, get out of the sun, and just go relive the Boss Baby adventure. So that's my review. If you liked this, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot and make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.